All right, Rebecca, very, very nice to finally meet you. We chatted for a little while on the phone yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for allowing me to record this part of the interview.
No.
We had a really good chance to get to know each other a little bit about the work that you've done in the past. So I'm just going to do a quick little overview of your resume. So you worked with the city of South Daytona, and that was a brief position. You were there for a couple months, and then a new position opened up in the city of Orange City. You worked with your leader and determined that it was a better role for you, and they supported you to move to that position. Correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right, perfect. And then you worked for the city of Orange City for about, in a utility billing position for about 3 years or so?
About 2.5, yes.
2.5, okay. And then you were promoted to the deputy city clerk.
I was indeed, yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. So let's talk a little bit about when you were with the city or Orange City, city of Orange City. It's a little tricky to say that there. You were a utility billing specialist. So why don't you walk me through what you did there, please?
Yeah, so my job duties entailed a lot of customer interaction, resident interaction, as I always say, where they came in, they needed to start service, they needed to turn off service, they needed some maintenance testing done, with that meaning the field gentleman, to go out there and take a look at a couple things, and kind of just, we were the face for the residents. And so just providing excellent customer service was always, I'm always one for customer service. That's my strong suit. And I just loved interacting with our residents, hearing their stories. The cutoff wasn't so much fun, but we worked through it. We educated, the residents as to why this happened. There's a lot of navigating with that, I say season, but that time of the month. But yeah. I can't hear you. It's okay.
Because
There
I
we go.
put you on mute. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We chatted a little bit before this part of the interview that you are responsible for doing all of the new hire onboarding when new people join the team.
Yes. So when I started, I had a colleague who resigned because she was having a baby. So that entailed me having to train a new hire. And at the time, we were in the process of switching softwares from an old ancient software called Cubic to Tyler ERP. And so that transition actually was pretty smooth, considering that the new hire was now in the new Tyler ERP program. And I was able to get their feet wet with the knowledge that I had to make sure that they understood like the simplicity of the program. And they grasped on, and they were there ever since. So
okay. And you were the kind of the go-to for all the
yes.
questions and to be able to help and navigate through any type of issues.
Yes. And the reason why that is because the way our cities like lined up, the utility billing supervisor is actually on like the 3rd floor. So we're kind of like the basement. So instead of her calling or walking up there, I was just always there, and just a phone call away if needed.
Okay. And were you, when you talked about like the cutoffs, were there times that people were a little upset? Obviously.
Absolutely.
Had to de-escalate. Why don't you tell me a little bit about like a time maybe that you had to de-escalate and how you did it, and what the outcome was?
Yeah, so de-escalation can be tricky because you have different people, and their reactions are a little bit different. But the key thing is educating them as to how we got here, falling back on the rules, the policies and procedures that back up why this had happened. So a lot of it is new residents not knowing, they're coming from different cities, different states, and they're not educated on this is our policy and procedure. So that would be where I would educate our residents saying, hey, this is our policy. I'm sorry that this wasn't, brought to your attention. However, this is how we can work through it. And it's kind of just guiding them, holding their hand a lot of times and working and saying, hey, once you make this payment, we can get somebody out today. No problem. We'll get it taken care of. So yeah, it's a lot of hand holding, encouraging, educating. So that's where we go.
Sure. And definitely, I think your approach, like even just talking with you, like you have a very friendly voice, you have a friendly demeanor. So I think that that
Yeah.
also, means a lot. So good job there. Now, as far as the next position, this was a promotion.
This was
So
a very big promotion.
yeah, so deputy city clerk. Tell me about that.
So that position opened up within our city. It had opened up a couple times. And I was eyeing it. And then I just said a little prayer and I said, I'm just going to go for it. Let's see what happens. So that's exactly what happened. I applied for it. I did my interview. And that's how I got there. But it was more so of a career path change because I want to be able to be educated in multiple areas within the cities, and how they orchestrate and things to that matter. So, and that gave me a great opportunity for like leadership because I am the deputy. When my boss is not present, I have to make executive decisions, assist other department heads and things of that nature, because essentially the clerk's office it's the pool for everything. So we are
Sure.
tied to every department. So we have to be on top of everything as far as, what needs to take place and, keep things smooth.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then I did want to make note, you have your certified business tax official from Florida Atlantic University. Was that something you use in your current position, or was that in the utility billing?
That's actually going to be within the clerk's office. So any business that is operating, whether it's a brick and mortar or a home-based business, they are required to have a business tax license to do business in the city. So that fell in our office. It has always been in our office. So I took on an opportunity to get certified, and here we are.
Okay, wonderful. Well, and you have some amazing references listed here on your resume. I think that you are a wonderful candidate, very, very well-rounded, and it's my pleasure to represent you. At this point in time, I'm just going to go ahead and stop this part of the interview, but don't go anywhere. We got a few more things to talk about.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.